I'd like to quickly make you aware of the server builder sanctuary, where you can load in any one of my bases and tour them yourself. In order to load in any one of my bases, load into the server, hit middle mouse to bring up the menu, and then click Browse Designs. From there, you can either search my name or type the builder sanctuary code from the pinned comments to find a specific base. Once you've found the base that you're looking for, go ahead and hit load, and then the base will spawn in on your island. I'm going to have the Discord for the server link below, where you can access all the client.connects and a list of server features. Alright boys, welcome back to another vanilla base design. This one's a pretty big one, so it's around about a 6-man you're going to need for this. Or if you're building this on a 2x, you could probably pull it off as a 4-man. So this base is made up of 3 TCs total. We've got 2 externals and 1 in the main base. You can build whatever external you want, however I'm going to show you how to build this one. Very quickly, I'm going to give you guys a tour, and then we'll break down the build cost and upkeep, and then we'll show you guys how to build it. Coming inside the front door, we've got a standard single door airlock. This leads up to a ladder hatch. Once we get up the ladder hatch, we're met with our first bunker, where we store 5 large boxes, and they can all be closed behind an armored wall. Above the bunker, there's room for bags, furnaces, anything you'd like to place here. This is the main living space, which I kept super open. However, when you log off at night, you can split it up between garage doors. Round the opposite side of the base takes us to our second bunker. Inside this bunker, there's less boxes, however it does in fact lead to our TC. The TC's honeycomb from the roof and from the sides, and it takes around 31 rockets to get to it. And of course, once again, breaking the twig will close the bunker. Above this one, we've got a tier 3 and some more bags. Heading through either of the armored doors will take us to the same place. Each side of the base is scattered with boxes in order to help you spread loot. There's also space for beds down below and above. This time, if we jump up from the armored door, we can go inside our second room, where there's space to store even more loot behind some glass windows, and this area is in fact honeycombed from the roof above. Once again, this area is symmetrical, so we can go out this single door and it'll take us to the same place. This next jump up will take us to the shooting floor. However, the door path has been extended to make top downs more expensive. Heading through this door takes us to the shooting floor. The majority of our peaks are single doors, however we do have some multi-TC peak downs as well. Along the shooting floor there are some metal ramps that allow us to go up the way. From here we can access our roof. It's defended by 2 turrets, and there's also some roof peak ups. The top of the base is pretty standard. We've got some slanted roofs for peaks, 2 turrets to defend, and there's plenty of room to land a scrap heli in this middle section. Finally, from this corridor, if we take a right, we can go up to our roof peaks, which are perfect for defending a top-down raid, or if people are just messing about on your roof. To top the base off, our other 2 TCs are in fact disconnectable. So if we break this triangle here, this TC stops overlapping towards the main base. This feature will allow you to easily replace your main TC. That concludes the base tour. Now we're going to go and see how much this takes to build and upkeep. The build cost for this base is pretty big, however due to its multi-TC nature, we're able to keep the upkeep reasonably low. On screen, first of all, this is the total build cost. This includes all the deployables in the base though, the boxes, the doors, even the code locks. And to give you guys a more realistic idea of how much that is, this is how many boxes of each material you'll need to build the base. And finally, in order to upkeep the base for 24 hours, this is how much mats you'll need across the 3 TCs. Unfortunately, this base is not modular, so therefore it does not come along with the starter base. So I recommend you build a 2x2 somewhere close, live out of that until you're ready to start building. This base starts off kind of complicated, and it also takes a while to get to a defendable point, so I recommend that you do build a starter beforehand. But anyway, to start with this base, we'll go with 2 triangles. Your TC is going to go in this one, so we're going to upgrade it to armored. We're going to wrap it in 2 armored walls. Then we're going to place a half wall, so we can get a half height frame. You can break the half wall and upgrade the frame. The purpose of the frame is to stop a sleeping bag from getting placed inside, because our TC is going to be unlootable. This foundation can become metal, and you can place your TC inside. Then add an armored roof on top, and a metal window frame. Lock your TC and get all your teammates to get the code. Next we're going to add a triangle off of each side. Add in those 4 and then also add in 2 more on each side. Upgrade all these triangles to metal. Next, if you face your TC, we're going to add 2 squares. and then a raised triangle at each side of those. Now you can break the squares. Upgrade the triangles. And then if you do that to the opposite side. Next, make your way over to this side of the base, and we're going to add in 2 squares and a triangle in the middle. You can also add a triangle off of each side, and then repeat that to this side as well. Upgrade the inner stuff to metal and the outer stuff to stone. To make sure we have enough room to place the entire base down, we're going to do our external TCs. We'll start with the TC side facing 1, and we're going to place 8 squares heading this direction. Once you've placed 8 squares, add a triangle on the end, and then delete all of the squares. Next, we're going to build back using 4 triangle half moons. Once you get to this point, we're going to place an armoured half wall on the right hand side of TC, and a metal half wall on the left hand side of TC. Next, add in a square foundation where you can, and a half wall. Break this foundation, and then we're going to add a line of raised triangles. Upgrade the one in the middle to stone, and the other triangles to metal. Then you can go ahead and break all the other triangles. Once the triangles are gone, we're going to build out with 6 squares. Go ahead and break the 5th square, and then upgrade the other ones to metal. In the final square, we're going to add 2 raised triangle foundations. You can upgrade both of these to metal, then add in some metal half walls in between. Wall off this side, add an airlock on this side, add walls in the middle. You can upgrade your airlock to stone. Everything else can get upgraded to metal. This triangle is going to have the TC on it. Also place a window in front. Once that's done, add in some windows and doors. Coming outside, we're going to place a roof, upgrade it to metal, and place a triangle on the inside. Sometimes this triangle can get broken through the roof, so you're better off upgrading it to wood. Go ahead and repeat that on the right hand side of the base. That's the entire footprint for the base, so if that fits, you're good to keep going. Our entrance to the base is going to be the opposite side of the TC. Over here, we're going to place a single door, another single door, and a hard side wall. Next, we're going to have a ladder hatch going up, and everything else can get walled in. Upgrade your door frames and ladder hatch frames to stone, and everything else to metal. You can add a triangle roof on top of this door, and upgrade it to stone. Before we continue with the entrance, we need to raise up the rest of the base to the right height. Make your way over to this area, and we're going to wall it in. Upgrade all these walls to metal. You can also wall in the 2 high foundations, and all of those walls can get upgraded to metal. On the left, we're going to put a staircase. Then you can add some door frames in between. And this square is for beds. Add a triangle and a stone roof on top, and upgrade it to metal. And you can build this on the other side. Next, we're going to build the bunkers. Next up, we're going to build the bunkers. Make your way to the bunker that's opposite TC because it's the easier one. We're going to place an armored floor and a metal floor. We're going to upgrade this foundation to armored and add an armored wall. Then just wrap the rest of the 1x1 in armored walls. TC bunker is a little bit different. We're going to add an armored floor on the right and a metal floor on the left. Same as last time, upgrade this foundation, add an armored wall on it. You can upgrade this wall as well. This time we're going to add a metal door frame. Don't forget an armored wall down the middle. Add in a wall on the right and on the left. Both of these walls can get upgraded to metal. And then add a window frame in between. Add roofs on top and make those metal too. We're going to add half walls on top of this triangle. Upgrade them to metal. And add an armored roof on top. For just now, just use ladders or twig to get in and out of your bunkers. The square to the right of the bunker is also going to get walled in. Add a wall on this side as well. And this is what the base looks like so far. Next, we're going to make the rest of the base level, so make your way over to your bedrooms and add half walls on top. Add those half walls on the other side as well, and they're going to be metal. Next, we're going to add in metal walls all the way around the core to honeycomb the TC. Once you've added in the walls, you can go ahead and add floors on top. All those floors can become metal. Finally, wrap your core in a layer of half walls. Upgrade these walls to metal. I'm leaving out some of the honeycombing to save on material use, however you can fill the whole layer with half walls if you want. All these walls can get upgraded to metal, and then we'll add a roof on top. And don't forget to add metal triangles on top of your honeycombing. Before we continue, we need to rotate a couple walls. Make sure your bunkers have hard side walls facing in the way. Make your way outside the bunkers so we can honeycomb. Add a metal floor and a metal wall. In order to close up the gap that lets us see inside the bunker, we're going to place a frame and upgrade it to armored. If the gap doesn't close, rotate the frame. Next, we're going to honeycomb this side and close the gap. And then once again close this frame with a frame, armor it, and if it doesn't close the gap, try rotating the frame. To finish off our bunkers, we're going to add roofs. The roof can either connect to the left hand side or the right hand side. We want our roof to connect to the left, leaving a gap down the right, and this is very important. It will break the bunker if you don't do it properly. As long as you have a gap towards core, then you're good. Upgrade it and double check that it opens. Same on this side, we're going to connect our roof to the left hand side, leaving a gap towards the core. Next, we're going to raise our shell up by one more. Make your way over to the entrance and we're going to wall it in. Wall in the triangle to the left. Do the same on the opposite side, and then just go around the rest of the perimeter with twig walls. All of these new walls can get upgraded to stone. Add in a double door off your ladder hatch, and a metal wall on the left. On this side, we're going to add in 2 metal walls. Then place a double door frame coming off of both of your roofs. Face your stairs and place a double door to the right hand side. And do that on this side as well. Surround the rest of the core with walls. All the frames and walls can get upgraded to metal. Add a metal wall on the left of your bunker. Same on this side. Make your way over to the staircase above your bedrooms and we're going to add a stone floor. This is where you can add some drop boxes. Once you've done that, place in a low wall. On the right side, we're going to add in a wall frame with a stone floor on top. This triangle can get walled in with metal walls. And this one is space for a locker. Add a frame on top of the square and upgrade it to stone. Add in your roofs. And you can make all of the twig roofs metal. Go ahead and do that to the other side. Once you've done that, make your way over to your ladder hatch. And we're going to add some roofs above. As for these roofs, it's a little bit different. This space is multi-TC, so it's going to have some gaps, so we're going to try and cover those up. Pull out some frames and we're going to clip them towards our feet. Then pull out some squares and we're going to clip them to the opposite side. From underneath, you should be able to upgrade everything easily. The frames are going to be stone. And the floors can be metal. This technique covers up the gaps perfectly. Do that to this side as well. Finally, you can add a metal floor over the core. I like to add a metal wall in the middle just to separate things. However, if you'd like to leave it more open, you can. Before we move on, we're going to add honeycombing down the bottom. Off of each of these 3 triangles, add stone walls. You can also add a frame on this triangle to help cover up the gap. If you flip this wall, it will close the gap, however people can soft side it. For the 3rd floor, we're going to wall in our 2 squares. And you can do that to the side. Next, add a half wall in the middle. And 2 floors. Break the half wall and add a full wall down the middle. And repeat that on this side. These are going to be more loot rooms, so I would upgrade those to metal. If you want to do the ramp loot rooms, you'll need to upgrade the frames to metal. Once you've placed in your boxes, add in windows. Above the jump up, we're going to add a metal wall. And on this side, we're going to add a single door. Do that to this side as well. A wall above the jump up, and a single door to the right. Next, come on top of your loot rooms and we're going to add in some frames. Upgrade the frames to stone and then add in some metal floors. Do that to the other side as well. Then add triangle floors in between. Upgrade those floors to metal, and again on the inside you can add a wall to divide. Next up we're going to add in some walls. All of these new walls can get upgraded to stone. From here the far triangle is going to be our jump up. And then just add a wall on this end, and door frames in between. Give this whole section a roof except for your jump up and you can make it metal. Do that to this side of the base. Next we're going to add a layer of half walls all the way around the core. Have the soft side facing into me and then upgrade them to stone. Add in some floors on top. And you can make those stone as well. From your jump up we're going to add a wall facing in the way and a wall on the right. Then add door frames leading forward. And then walls on the left. You can add a window frame on this first one. And a double door over here. All this new stuff can be stone. Repeat that process on the other side. Make your way over to this side where the honeycombing is and we're going to add in some frames. Add half walls on top. And you can upgrade all of this to stone. Do this to the other side. On top of your frames, add 3 triangles. Upgrade them all to metal. And then add 2 triangles going this way, and 2 triangles going this way. You can make these triangles metal as well, and then do that to the other side. Next, place in 1 more triangle, then a square, and then place a triangle off the square, which creates a gap in between these two. Place in another square and a triangle, and then another triangle to create a gap. Do that to the opposite side, and then you can upgrade all of this twig to metal. Next, make your way on top of your frames again, and we're going to add in 2 frames and a triangle roof. Add a ladder hatch frame on top and a double door. Next, we're going to add a half wall, a full wall, and a half triangle. Break the half wall and add a full wall. Upgrade the roof to metal. And you can upgrade everything else to stone. Go ahead and build this on the other side. Next we're going to add in some single doors along the shooting floor for peek downs. In between every gap we're going to add in a single door, and you'll need 8 single doors in total to complete the shooting floor. Where else along the shooting floor can be a window, and you can upgrade all of this to stone. Add in some frames around the shooting floor in order to create stability. Next go on top of your core and we're going to add windows all the way around. You can upgrade these windows to stone, and then we're going to add in floors everywhere else. In case you can't place this triangle, just move a little bit to the right and you should be able to get the placement. Finally, add a floor on top of the core and upgrade it to stone. To top off the base, we're going to add roof slants all the way around. And just repeat that on the other side. And you can upgrade all of these roofs to stone. Next, go ahead and add in your doors and your window embrasures. Once you've done that, that is the base completed. Go ahead and design the interior however you want, or you guys can copy what I did in the tour if you're not sure what to do. If you guys got stuck on anything, or if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments down below, or I have my Discord linked in the description where I'm super active. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this base. I really hope to see it out there on some servers. And if you guys enjoyed this and you think the base is cool, please feel free to leave a like on the video and drop a sub. It helps me out a ton. And I'll see you boys in the next one.